I'm Reiham and I'm a journalist and writer and just finished university. So I'm a bit of an empath and I tell everyone this story all the time. When somebody is crying, I end up crying. If somebody's sad or upset, I'm really sad and upset. So I really wanted a job where I could empathize with people and kind of bring justice. So currently I'm working on loads of Sudanese stories and basically trying to bring as many Sudanese stories to Western media. Craziest piece of journalism. I mean, it's kind of expected. I guess anything by Piers Morgan is a bit controversial. But he's not really a journalist anymore. But I mean, I could tell you my favorite journalists and kind of news outlets that I listen to or watch. Like the News Movement, they're cool, Gen Z owned, and kind of Zainab Badawi. Being Sudanese, I love Zainab Badawi. So yeah, I don't know, I couldn't tell you my favorite. I think that's really hard. I just read too much. I think, okay, it sounds really boring. I don't have many hobbies. I can't swim. I feel like when you tell someone, oh, what are your hobbies? They're like, oh, I swim and I do tennis. I'm not good at it, so I can't do it. But I think my hobbies kind of just revolve around my career. So I like writing, I like being in front of a camera, I like interviewing people, presenting, stuff like that. So I think it kind of intertwines. So I don't think the balance is as bad. I guess sometimes it's just trying to find time to prioritize passion projects and actual work. So obviously I read a lot and I love writing, I love magazine work and everything. So when I saw Vericane was a Muslim owned, but also for Muslim people, that immediately caught my eye, because I think the only other magazine that I know that's Muslim owned and for Muslim people is Muslim Girl, which is specifically for Muslim girls. So it was really nice to see that Vericane was just kind of for the Muslim Ummah. Okay, maybe this is another controversial opinion. I actually don't like chicken. So I don't eat chicken that much. In university for the past 4 years, I was basically vegetarian because I didn't know how to cook chicken. So yeah, the last time I ate chicken and chips was probably around 4 years ago.
Have you experienced the Rich Elements transformation? Re-cleanse and re-soften, the game-changing shampoo and leave-in combo that never misses. Re-enrich and re-nourish, hair food that supplements hair health to give that natural glow. And finally, make those curls, coils and kinks pop with Redefine. Are you going to be the next Rich Elements transformation?
Yeah, so I was actually having a conversation with someone earlier about this. I think because I'm not hijabi and I'm not Muslim presenting, a lot of people would assume that my deen is really weak, or I have really I don't really my iman is just not strong. But I think it's I think sometimes people, especially in the Muslim community, people can be very judgmental. So I think, if I know my relationship with Allah and I know that how I deal with my religion to myself, alhamdulillah, I pray and, I try my best to follow my religion. It fluctuates, obviously, and I can assume it does for everybody else. But yeah, I guess my journey wasn't the smoothest, but alhamdulillah. The funniest. Funniest piece of criticism. It's a hard question. I actually don't know. I don't really write much funny things. A lot of things that I write about probably to do unless it's for Vericane and I write about my life, sometimes I get messages on social media being oh my God, that was cringe. I guess that would probably, it's not really funny, but it's not my life. But I don't know, I wouldn't have funny criticism, but I guess it's just people sometimes they find it cringe when they read about my life or something. And I'm like, okay, main character moment. Hopefully married, lol. I'm joking. I really just want, I think especially now with everything that's going on in Sudan, I've never felt like more viciously Sudanese. So I think I definitely now just kind of want to like make sure that everybody just knows what's happening in Sudan, and like make sure that, you know, when everybody calls Sudan, the war in Sudan right now, the forgotten war, I really hate that phrase. I mean, as much as it's probably true, I guess my aim right now as a journalist is to just bring quality journalism to Western media, just really about what's happening in Sudan. There's so many different stories about displaced people internationally and within the country that many people don't really know about. So yeah, I guess I really trying to be Zainab Badawi. that's where I'm trying to be. Okay, so two things. First thing is, of course, always just like make dua. Like I think dua was like something that I think a lot of people underestimate. And when you make dua, you make it like with like from a genuine heart. And you know, there are some times when things don't, you know, things take a really long time. There are things that I'm living now that I've made dua for when I was younger. So, and sometimes you don't even realize that. So never underestimate the power of like prayer. And the second thing that I would say is don't like underestimate your ability and your skills before you like apply for things. So a lot of time when I do something in my life, a lot of people ask me like, how do you do that? How did you get that? And I'm just like, I just applied for it. But a lot of people don't apply for it because they immediately convince themselves that they're not really good at it or they're never gonna get it. So just be open, apply for everything, say yes to everything. And yeah, things will come to you, inshallah. Keep your eyes on Sudan, pray for Gaza, pray for the world, and read my articles in Vericane. Don't say they're cringe.
Hi guys, welcome to Purple Corner Season 2. Thank you very much for supporting us. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, follow us on all of our social media.